오, 남발 행기 정말 드시들레 샤이. 아? 그런가 나시 정우 차샤 세슬라. 언제 사자라 정우도 쓰리고나. 아니. 정말 고수 되고 유샤레스. 당황이 없지. 저도 아닌가. 아니. 자, 가서. 그들이 쓰는 줄이 되벌레가 저디에 또 총과 되벌 증리시다이 된지기 위로 튼두튼두유 디티스체 아니 가서 아로 가서 단다디 가서 미게 내가 치슬라 얘기 내가 지금 군인도 성원님도 디스 믹스 직스웨이스 아니 정말로 좁은 총에 레바유스 니용구라 성인식의 주소 이시라고 달래라마 언더디 남사마보기 디도 왔던다 USB 스틱 이날 시 망보도 적게도 시 정말 때문에 쉐이 가신 코란데 last concert la di USB stick 통에 기도 드디어 가 요거 쓰면 뇌라 마서 쇼고 얘기 빙자 탄다 밴 탄다 어고 보면 콘소 대열은 코스와야 근데 콘소기 오르가니시에이터 지켜도 한다 melamba kuntuki o di kapdela ani nyanji laita di USB stick di nyera mason de yorela tu ame shugul ngonzu kecha chongso ni chaga nyasha chikngala rasu toji chenang ninguru beting she yeyu yakput 가시나는 캡라든데 매버 치고 시에 고랑 리스용 되기로와 너 단다 되선 시에 멍시 되닝그 좀세 챙기라말 라마라 제레시기 어디 보슬레스로 turpintal 자 보슬레 왔었으로 미그로레스 미그로데 tada chik de bishanga chogi mal de do te kan de chuma yeshu de selection monga de bishabu chukongor secha ani papa yashtengulo gemashara papa yala no dole kong inde chunju chigla gomo sum de shani shu ni syndrome ko oskiosh muni mensrichig ya da nyucha jatsaswa 아니 내가 이렇게 지석이 nendu chikius 이게 또 총회라요 Tom und Annika hele gehst ins Klabau für die Ko oi 고침 두이 저슈도 개봤음 주라마 지금 pünktlich ist noch nicht 8 ja 그래 non tesse porella cosa madonnella ciao ciao aguzzuerice 가상 얘기 제임스 교도 하대
sempre tinha you tayong kyung ani mi se dulam tu sang bo yung we tawa tu chin sa we ngai sim ki nyota tu tari sempre tinha you tayong kyung ani mi se dulam tu sang bo yung we tawa tu ya kun ju sum gi dila la pa ni de mo jane sem ting ne me lam kya ne me de ti yo we chawa di lam to yo we sem ting ne me lam kya
non tesse porella madonnella confetto un sai da c'è un po' se c'è stena adesso ma devi me la vedere sono ora non perché troppo sanno ti guarda ma tare chile sta passando chocolate cake karma to bodi caramel sier chirwa no rere ko devta samtam di lapore ro chirwe he no bo di customer nga görüşürwa mo tanda tsabasuyela jala di zosh material di nyogudwa di bottle den zu kuran schindag na su susna ni kile gör shinda tsangma ngaran sugöre de den tsangma su sugörda jemni sugöreche o pegele shadwa tsangte mata yelach mistake tunde customer ming da ten chomara ta sauce 그때 뉴체가 조이나 뭐게 돼봐 아 그래 난게 내가 딱 정말 레디요라 아야 되게 됐어 그래서 또 치우래 아 근데 몇개 지시기 시간 되게 지샤라 station 저거 쉬우셨어디 공연 버르샤래 숨겨 들샤 ништагу кашмирдва 대체부 쉬우시도 근조스 델렘바 탄다 그래 백컷 세트면 될래요 샤차우도 기대다 오늘 라이닝 여유 주부터 됐다 오 마이 갓 공신아예도 네 뭔가 신나르셔 고츠기 졸라도 되게 좀 많아도 되게 이 사이즈 충수들이셔 아니 medium und der größte haben sie nicht da von dem.
Nein, haben wir nicht, das ist ja zum Reisen.
Ah ja, das wird der Medium dann. Ja, ja. Ja, ah ja, das ist der riesig. Ja. Gut. Ja. Ja, nein, das ist gute Größe. Диште, вот я кучку. Кинем до дише.
Der ist glaube 5,99.
Ja.
Da können Sie glaube nur 60 Franken abziehen.
Ja, und Portemonnaie haben die
Also
auch da von denen. Ich schaue auch das Size. Ja. Gut, ja, ist gut. Merci vielmals, danke. Gut, kommt Parchache. Zolki, die Parisa. Schipte, schipschigu. Nanima, Laura, Lokashishnil, Sumgertalo, Tailichash. Long lasting rail, and the Luepe Mongoose. Did I do a cut? That's her silveric. Golden Kachidua. Then the Savage got holder the Nimdut. Sundu and the Duce. Sundu Drum and the Du. Kitty Roa, Della Do, this concash in Sunduni Jumdu. In the job to the Roa, you know, some good marsh. In Chile Meto. More Judge Jogo. 콩콩 다른 거네. 뒤인데라 동라 중일 중니도 숨겨리셔 돼. 뒤인데라 공라 근데 시다 라이스도 심부 Olha, do interior. Продолжи деваться. Омега что да, омега чукчи. 나쁘지는 손에 죽지. 감 차벌라 줄라 안드려 슈뇨고 삼스라 공 뉴베 Come ni cer shalai. Vale quieto. Ni cer con io chum. Ti na ru shola di. Sumje ni sogu. Edo. Io ho chola. Con ni versh. Чиге кеш. Ниче курша, о май год. 숨겨 쉬시고 디니 좀 더. 이렇게 죽어. 아, 그래 죽어도 되라. 이제 참에도 좋지.
Ja, ich habe unten im Haus haben wir so Speisekammer. Ja, das ist doch super.
뭐 같이 들라고 해. If people were being punished for my escape, the most powerful account of what happened in this period is given in the 70,000 character petition written in Chinese by the Panchen Lama in 1962, which Mao Zedong described as a poisoned arrow shot at the heart of the party. The petition, submitted to the Chinese Premier Zhou Enlai, but seen by the outside world only years later, was entitled A Report on the Sufferings of the Masses in Tibet and Other Tibetan Religions and Other Tibetan Regions, and suggestions for future work to the central authorities through the respected Premier Zhou. Unlike me, the Panchen Lama had stayed behind in occupied Tibet at his monastic base Tashilumbu in Shikatse. Following a tour of parts of Tibet, he wrote, "Because of many errors of mistakes, serious harm was done to agriculture and animal herding production. Because the anguish of such severe hunger had never before been experienced in Tibetan history, and was such that people could not imagine it even in their dreams. The masses could not resist this kind of cruel torment, and their condition declined daily. Therefore, in some places, colds and other such minor infectious diseases caused a percentage of people to die easily. In some places, many people directly starved to death because the food ran out. In some places, there was a phenomenon of whole families dying out. No matter whether they were man or woman, old or young, as soon as they saw me, people thought of the bitterness of that period and were unable to prevent tears flowing from their eyes. A few brave people among them said through their tears. Do not let all living creatures starve. Do not destroy Buddhism. Do not extinguish the people of our snowy land. These are our wishes and our prayers. These are the hopes, concise but comprehensive and profound, more urgent than wanting water when you are thirsty, of the broad masses of the monastic and secular people, produced by bitterness resulting from what has happened and from the existing situation in Tibetan areas. One of the key concerns raised by the Panchen Lama in his petition relates to the issue of protecting Tibetan nationality and cultural identity within the People's Republic of China. Clearly, this concern came from the fear of Han chauvinism. He writes, once a nationality's language, customs, and other important characteristics have disappeared, then the nationality itself has disappeared too. In relation to the destruction of religion, the Panchen Lama declares, before democratic reform, there were more than 2,500 large, medium, and small monasteries in Tibet. After democratic reform, only 70 or so monasteries were kept in existence by the government. This was a reduction of more than 97%. In the whole of Tibet in the past, there was a total of about 110,000 monks and nuns. After democratic reform was concluded, the number of monks and nuns living in the monasteries was about 7,000 people, which is a reduction of 93%. The Panchen Lama's courage in writing in the above manner, in the midst of the cruelest totalitarian oppression, deserves the deepest admiration. It was written on the basis of his visiting many Tibetan areas, including Amdo, as well as East Turkestan, Xinjiang. In personal terms, he paid a terrible price. The petition confirmed my worst nightmare of what might have happened in the wake of the Tibetan people's uprising of March 1959 and my own escape. In 1964, the Panchen Lama was declared an enemy of the Tibetan people and publicly humiliated through the ritual of what came to be called struggle sessions, which would later become a hallmark of the Cultural Revolution. He was arrested and remained in prison until 1977, and then kept under house arrest until 1979. After his release, the Panchen Lama spoke out forcefully on behalf of the Tibetan people and criticized Chinese policies in Tibet. Particularly in March 1987, he spoke candidly at the Tibet Autonomous Regions Standing Committee meeting in Beijing during the National People's Congress, criticizing communist Chinese policies inside Tibet. including especially the language policies, as well as Han chauvinism. My heart goes out to the memory of this heroic figure who did so much to protect the Tibetan people in their darkest hour, especially after his release in 1979 and until his sudden death under suspicious circumstances in January 1989. 5 days before his death, I understood that he made the following statement. Since liberation, there has certainly been development, but price paid for his development has been greater than the gains. I was fortunate to have phone conversations with him during his trips outside the People's Republic of China. This gave me a chance to express my thanks and admiration personally. The Panchen Lama was 3 years younger than me and had been my companion on the trips to China in 1954 to 1955 and to India 1956 to 1957. Not a man of patience, of diplomatic niceties for the Panchen Lama. What mattered was honesty and integrity. Over the years, the Chinese communists tried to create or exploit conflict between us on the old colonial principle of divide and conquer. Yet, even though we were unable to have contact for a long time, I advocated awareness of the fate of Tibet to the outside world, while with immense courage he presented the truth to the leaders of the oppressors themselves. The Panchen Lama's petition describes the situation before the Cultural Revolution, which Mao unleashed in May 1966 and which lasted until his death in 1976. Recognizing that China as a whole suffered immensely during this decade of turbulence. It was a terrible time, especially for Tibet. It began in Lhasa with Red Guards invading the Chogang temple, destroying ancient frescoes and images and burning sculptures in the courtyard in the name of abolishing the Four Olds, which were old ideology, old culture, old habits, and old customs. As I noted in my March 10th statement of 1967, among the countless images destroyed was one of Avalokiteshvara, made in the 7th century and considered one of the most sacred icons of Tibet. Tan 얘기 년도 di des직 도스치네. 로에디 직 고추나 빼른 붙여가 들어와. 아니 같이 퉁퉁 샤에기 트라이 치기. 아니 정말로 로고 제용 tan 년도 di 도스친 참 샤이. 아니 딱 칼로르 데스름 부터 샤소 라소 아니 장막고 술에 도전한 곳 다디 마분마냐 차소 자치고도 마 심자는 거 디바 숑에스 숑에조 야가트 섭소 진 심차리스 아니 아리다 다치로 롱바신달 숑에 졸라 닝구 인지리 닝구 쪼쪼고 진슈로랑 요거 제용 정말로